I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my clique. I need a 30 for 30. Speaking of the Heat, DNT, I know you were somebody that was high on the Heat, and I think it go back to you being a Bulls fan and your affinity for Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Jimmy now too. Like I see why you fuck with Jimmy so hard, man. But given that, were you still surprised? Were either of y'all still surprised by the fact that D-Boy done knocked off the 1 seed?
Nope.
Like that, the defensive player of the year, the MVP, they done knocked these boys off, and shit, they done took the first game in the conference finals. Were y'all shocked by that, or is that what y'all expected?
Joe, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go.
Go ahead.
I was absolutely not surprised. T can vouch for me. I had this argument with Clay the whole year.
Okay.
I told him, I said the Heat were contenders. Before game 1, I called it. I said the Heat gonna beat the Bucks.
You said it.
It has, to be honest, it has a lot more to do with Giannis.
Okay.
Because I just don't respect Giannis' game right now.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna expound on that.
But it was just something about the Heat, man, that was just different. And like Jimmy tried to tell us that when he signed with him.
What when you say it was something that was different, what was it for you?
They seemed like a team that they walked through the door and they just clicked.
Okay.
They just clicked like the pieces.
Good culture.
Yeah, the pieces around him, it fit Jimmy. Jimmy can roam. He got his shooters. He got his one big man. So the lane not clogged when he go off in there. Mm-hmm. And you know, Jimmy, one of them players, Jimmy will play center if you ask him to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was just something about that team when I was watching them against Toronto, who I actually respect a lot.
Okay.
Because that's who scared me.
Really?
Yeah, that's who scared me. But man, like I said, man, I don't know. It was just something that they just clicked. Everything looked smooth. It didn't look like nobody was pressing. Nobody was, trying to be the superstar. Mm-hmm. Jimmy will give you 31 games, and the next game he give you 14, and they still winning. And everybody still happy.
It did happen. That is
like
true.
That culture, like y'all was like we talked about in the other segment, that culture real, man.
That culture is.
Yep.
But they is losing in 7 though.
Not losing in 7, boss.
Whoa, hold on, Joe. Whoa. Before I move to T, talk to me.
Look,
because you just said such glowing things about the Heat, and then you picked them to lose.
Absolutely.
Talk to me now.
This how you know it's real. I said they is losing in 7. I ain't even used correct English.
Right.
But like I said, I feel like the Celtics is a bad matchup for the Heat. Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Those two wing guys, and you add Marcus Smart in there, I just feel like his craziness matches Jimmy craziness.
Okay.
And I feel like the Celtics can score more.
Do you think because I know guys like Marcus Smart, who I've had respect for since he was at Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah.
You don't put him in the same boat with a motherfucker like Pat Bev, right?
Nah, I think he better.
Okay. So he really about what he be on.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like Tyler Hero, I feel like he's strictly an offensive player. Duncan Robinson.
Okay.
Offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Celtics have more. Celtics have more two-way guys that's hungry and want it, unlike Kawhi and PG.
Okay. Big shit by Jojo. T, what you thinking, man?
Y'all need to put some respect on Jimmy's name. All right. First of all, put some respect.
Let me tell these folks, my brother right here, this motherfucker might be the #1 Jimmy fan in the country.
I am that guy.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that's trying to hop on the Jimmy train right now. I see it. I'm paying attention online. But this dude right here been talking Jimmy for a minute.
Look, I appreciate Jimmy for being. If you want to define real one to the show, it's Jimmy. You just got to go back and read his story, man. And you just can't help but to respect where this brother come from, man. He was not highly touted out of high school. Just like, I ain't even got to highlight the family stuff, the personal stuff. I'm just gonna say he was never touted out of high school. He went JUCO. He went to Marquette. He ended up in Chicago, and then, oh well, it didn't work out in Chicago, so he goes to Minnesota. He calls out Towns and Wiggins, who I personally have said them two there are soft as cottonelle. They soft as cottonelle. And Jimmy had every right to say that. But them boys couldn't take direct criticism. So what they do, they shipped him out of town. They could send him to Philly. He said the same thing in Philly pretty much to a degree. Hey, MB, you ain't where you need to be. You got it all. You got everything you need to be the guy. You not the guy. Hey, Ben, shoot a motherfucking jump shot and make that son of a gun at least 45%, 50% of the time. And I can roll with you. But Jimmy, like, look, y'all had every advantage. While y'all were playing in air conditioning gyms, probably, I'm out here playing in the heat. I'm playing in Texas. I'm playing on the damn crate. I'm playing on a plywood backboard. I played on a plywood backboard. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. But this dude went to Miami and Pat said, you know what? I need a dog. I got guys that have come from the same kind of background that Jimmy come from. Not highly talented. Duncan Robinson. He went from think of D2 school to Michigan. Yeah. Okay, you got Tyler Herro. Everybody was kind of like, I don't really know about him. But Herro's got enough swag about him to say, like a lot of confidence to say, hey, can't nobody out here stop me. Even though he ain't the first guy you go grab in a pickup game, but he's a shooter. He had 12, 9, and 8 last night. You can respect that. You got a dog like Crowder. You got a defender like Iguodala who's got a finals MVP. You got Bam Adebayo, who everybody looked at him still like a project. But I was like, you know what? He did a lot of good things at Kentucky. Granted, he didn't get all the minutes. He did a lot of good things at Kentucky. I didn't wonder where this going to go. And that's a credit to Spoelstra and Riley. That culture that we talked about.
Oh, hey, bro. Spoelstra? You giving Spoelstra some credit? I'm saying that because
a lot of love, man.
I hit up Rob Parker of FS1. Shout out to Rob Parker, that motherfucker, a real one. And he either quote tweeted or retweeted or something like that. And some of his trolls started getting at me about Spoelstra.
And that's fine.
Trying to act like that some bitch can't coach. Like that motherfucker ain't got 2 ships, 4 finals appearances, and he just sat up here and knocked off the 1 seed.
Did it.
It did.
Without a guy who was in the MVP discussion. Because we love Jimmy, but they didn't put him in the MVP discussion. Jimmy, what? 3rd team All-NBA?
Jimmy was 3rd team.
Third team All-NBA? Yeah, come on, man. Yep. Come on, Brandon. These motherfuckers acting like this man can't coach, bro.
Remember now, too. He's got 3 All-Stars on that team. Bam, Jimmy, and Goran Dragic. I know that's back, but Dragic was an All-Star.
Yeah, he was.
He was an All-Star.
But
he never been an All-NBA performer.
Never been an All-NBA guy. Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? I think Bam gonna end up being an All-NBA performer one day.
Yeah. He's a better Dwight Howard.
You say better?
Better.
Woo. Wow. I like that.
I'm looking at the jump shot. He actually has a decent jump shot.
He's 87% from the line,
How old
too.
is he? I know he's a one and done.
He probably 20. He probably 22.
21?
I give him 21, 22. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
What did he average this year?
I got it right here. He averaged 16, 10, and 5 this year.
16, 10, and 5 as a 20-year-old?
He is 23. He's 23.
23. He wasn't 23. No one and done.
Wait a minute.
He came out in He came out in 3. This is third year.
What? You'll get your boy over here.
What'd he say?
Don't let this motherfucker over here make it.
What'd he say?
We're not doing that tonight.
What'd he say?
If I'm not mistaken, this motherfucker just said that he flunked some years. You gonna get your boy?
Hush.
Thank you. I appreciate you for that.
Okay, hold on. When did he get drafted?
He got drafted in 2017.
Damn.
Why it seemed like he just got drafted like maybe 2 years ago?
I don't know.
Nah, he was 20. He was 20 when he got drafted.
Like
so he might have been approaching 21 at the time. So you know what I'm saying?
My bad, Bam. You ain't flunked. My bad.
Oh no,
my bad, Bam.
No,
Joe. Hold your peace. If he was 20 getting drafted, was he not a one and done? He was wasn't he?
Let me see. Hold on.
I don't know how many years.
I think he played 2.
You know how Kentucky do it.
I think he played 2.
If your ass on campus for more than 6 months, you a fucking.
He played 2. He played 2 years.
He played 2 years at Kentucky.
He played 2 years at Kentucky.
So Calipari had to get that motherfucker a lot of gas money.
Well, you know,
a whole lot.
He do. Calipari got the best NBA players in the league.
We gonna do some. We might need a special on that shit.
He got him.
That's some bitch there didn't have some
this.
boys.
Now Spoelstra wins and loss records, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as people talking about how good of a coach he is,
mm-hmm.
like all they have to look at is that Pat Riley vouched for this man.
He did.
Bro, them motherfuckers were getting at me. You saw it. I
saw it.
Them some bitches were trying to come at me. And let me tell you, some bitches. Don't be. Hold on. Let me put myself over here real quick.
Oh.
You motherfuckers online. I am not the one, bro. I don't know what the fuck you motherfuckers be thinking, bro. We are not goddamn going. This is not ESPN. We do not work for Disney. We will cuss your motherfucking ass out. This is not FS1. We do not work for Fox. We will cuss your motherfucking ass out. We watch just as much sports as any of these other motherfuckers. We know what the fuck we be talking about, dog. You understand? You know, so miss me with that shit. Like, that man can coach, man.
He can coach.
Who can coach, man?
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of times they don't be wanting to give minority coaches their credit. That's why I was hesitant, like I said, to go at Doc. But I've been feeling some type of way about Doc Rivers for a minute because I see what the Eric Spoelstras of the world have to go through. I see what who was that motherfucker that coached Brun and when Brun got like 60 wins.
Black
or Brown?
David Black?
Brown.
Oh,
Brown. Mike Brown.
Oh yeah, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown won 60 games before with nobody but Brun, basically, and built a defensive team. Normally, you would say, oh, that was a hell of a coaching effort. You had this stud Brun, and you taught everybody else to play defense, and y'all won. And you would say, damn, that's a good coach. They say that man can't coach. They say all these motherfuckers. But Eric Spoelstra with Jimmy, you gotta have some talent. You gotta have some.
You gotta have a star.
You gotta have a star. And Jimmy, it like to T's point. Or maybe you said this, Joe, that culture fit Jimmy. Because Jimmy has been quoted as saying, I can cuss these boys out and they ain't going to get in their feelings. They can cuss me out and I'm not
getting mine.
Yes. We're going to go about our business and who?
Look, they look. I'm going to just say this right here. For I can put it on wax.
Put it on wax.
Spoelstra. For his career, he's only had, from what I see, 2 losing seasons where you are less than 500.
And what's the detail? Now, one of them losing seasons, I'm gonna get some context to at least one of them that I know because I've researched it.
Go ahead.
One of those losing seasons, Chris Bosh played maybe 44 games or something like that.
Okay. I think that's right.
And D Wade played like 60 some odd games. Mm-hmm. This is the year after Brun left and went back to Cleveland.
Yep.
You feel me? Like, so I don't know what these motherfuckers out here in sports media or on Twitter be thinking, but you gotta have some talent to win. As a motherfucker that used to coach basketball, you gotta have something to work with. You feel me? Kobe put Phil Jackson up here. That was some of these trolls try to throw at me, JoJo. They tried to throw Phil Jackson at me. Like Phil Jackson ain't won every single ship he got without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. They try to throw Chuck Daly at me. Like Chuck Daly ain't won his 2 ships with Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, and Mark Aguirre. They try to throw Pat Riley at me like Pat Riley ain't won his motherfucking ships with Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, and Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, who was a defensive player of the year. We know the game. Quit fucking playing with us. Man, quit. Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, Hall of Famer. Manu Ginobili, Hall of Famer. Tony Parker, Hall of Famer. Kawhi Leonard, even though that son bitch choked, Hall of Famer. Come on, man.
Look, the whole thing I'm trying to say about the Heat, and I know Joe took them in 7. Jimmy has gotten a locker room where he can be respected, and they can in turn hold him accountable. Jimmy has never said he was above being held accountable.
I've never heard him say
he's never said that.
That's a great point.
He just wants a place where, look, the object of what we're trying to do is championship. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna ride for one another. We're gonna if I'm bull jiving tonight, you tell Jimmy Butler, hey Jimmy, you bull jiving tonight. Like,
just for clarification, Joe, you took the Celtics in 7.
Celtics in 7.
Yeah, he got the Celtics.
He got the Celtics. That's why I said Celtics in 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I said Celtics in 7. He's Celtics in 7. I got the Heat in 7. Okay. Now, all I'm gonna say is this. And I'm gonna tie it all together. Spoelstra needs to be highly respected for what he has not had, for what he's had and won with, what he hasn't had, and what he's got today. They need to respect that man. That man came from the ground up. He was a scout. He was a tape coordinator. He was a videotape coordinator. He did all this stuff. He come from the bottom. And now here he is in a situation where he's a minority coach because he's Filipino. I just looked that up. He's a Filipino. Y'all stop playing with this dude, man. He got the slick head one sitting back there in the box, willing to make moves. And when you got somebody like Pat Riley, the soprano, when you got Pat Riley sitting up there going, I see what I need. I see what I need to make this team work. And he go get it.
Oh, hold up. T, give me that again. How you say it?
I see what I need to make this team work. I'm gonna go and get it. And he rubs his head. It's on. It's on.
Oh, fucking
right. Like we forget Pat Riley in basketball. Some people like to push Pat Riley out of the pantheon or whatever you want to call it. But Pat made some great moves. Pat saw some really good talent. Spoelstra saw some really good talent. Here's where we at. Heat in 7.
Okay, so I got Celtics in 7 from my brother JoJo. I got Heat in 7 from my brother Tim G. Jacob.
Yep.
I don't know where the fuck to go on this one, y'all.
Don't go nowhere.
Don't get me wrong. They even. They like even across the board.
I'm gonna go with my brother JoJo. I know, T. I'm sorry. Because this is me trying to be, again, our brand, we the realest, most entertaining.
Go ahead.
My fandom is with the Heat because I fuck with Jimmy more than anybody else I fuck with in this series. You feel me?
Ooh. I got some more, but can I just say this real quick? I got some.
Go ahead, say it.
I just real quick. I got some smoke with the all rookie team, but go ahead.
What?
It has to do with the Heat. It has to do with the Heat argument. It has to do with the Heat.
No.
I have to smoke with all Heat. Go ahead.
My thing is this. It's one guy It's one guy that's making me say Celtics in 7, and that's that fucking Dookie.
Oh my God!
You know it got to
Do
be.
you want to take my headphones off?
Listen,
Are you finna do this?
You know it got to be some goddamn real analysis when I sit up here and say a fucking Dookie.
Not only that, you picked the Celtics, Wells, and you're a Laker fan.
And I'm a Laker fan. That's how you know it got to be some of that real shit that we do on here. I don't put it on something. But that boy Jason Tatum, okay. Let's go back real quick. Brun last stint was that 2018 Brun that everybody be goddamn slurping.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
That man went 7 games with a rookie, Jason Tatum.
Yep.
That was a rookie. Wasn't no Kyrie out there. Wasn't no Gordon Hayward out there. That was a rookie, Jason Tatum.
And I hate to say he dunked on him that series too.
He sure did. And them boys went ice cold in that goddamn game 7 and got their ass whooped. But that was 7 games. Them boys damn near made the finals that year. Okay? I can go back a little further to his 1 year at Duke, and that son of a bitch cooked us. It wasn't Coach K coaching.
Both times.
It was not Coach K coaching that made that man beat us that year. It was because he had that boy. He had a true pro on his team, whereas we didn't.
Yeah.
He had Jason Tatum, we didn't. You know what I'm saying? This boy talks about countless times how he studied Kobe Bean Bryant. How and Kobe, God damn, I miss my boy. Kobe a student of the game, man. Jason Tatum a student of the game, trying to get to his spots, trying to do certain things on the basketball court to help you win basketball game. You know what I'm saying? And so in a tight series, I just feel like the superstar gonna win out. I love Jimmy. Personally, I love Jimmy. But I think that boy Jason Tatum.
Do X's and O's matter in this series?
I think so.
Yes, but I'm not one of those ones that's finna put Brad Stevens' ass over Spo like that.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask you. Are you saying?
No, it's straight on the superstar shit because I'm talking about Tatum, but them boys got some bitch named Kemba Walker over here too.
He ain't did nothing. Dragic had a 29 last night.
Just wait.
We've
just wait on what?
We know Kemba will do it in a moment. We've seen it.
I've been waiting on Kemba for 2 series,
and they here. They in the Eastern Conference Finals. They done made it there
by way of Jaylen Brown.
I ain't even made to him yet. So
I ain't made it him.
I done talked about 2 guys. I ain't even made to the 3rd best guy.
How many games did
and Hayward been out?
How many games has Boston went? Did Boston go with Toronto?
7.
How many games did the Heat go with the Bucks?
Now
5.
That is a hell of a point. Hell of a point, T. Hell of a point. Now my counter to that is the Celtics superstar. I can't believe I'm finna say this about a guy who just won MVP and won Defensive Player of the Year, but I ain't got no choice.
All right.
The Celtics superstar is more offensively skilled than the Bucks superstar.
No disagreement there.
So you can't just wall off Jason Tatum.
No.
You can't just wall off Kemba. Them boys gonna get their buckets. Now, if like I'm saying 7, JoJo saying 7. So really, this is a series that we
It's
saying.
a toss-up. Yeah.
I think this is really a series we saying a talk. This ain't like the Lakers, Blazers, or Lakers.
But T, to your point, well, to go against your point about the Bucks and the Raptors better than the Bucks.
I don't disagree with you. At all. By no means.
That's why they're
better coach. They're better coach. Nick Nurse coaches those guys to a point where, see, people forget Marc Gasol was a defensive all defensive team guy. Okay, now
Marc Gasol was a defensive player of the year.
He was. That's right. And he is nowhere near as athletic as you would think, but he just knows where to be. He knows he's heady. He's heady, and sometimes being defensive minded, you got to be heady. Nick Nurse coaches those guys to win. OG Anunoby made great plays in that series. Norman Powell made great plays in that series. These are not guys that you bring their name up. Okay, Nick Nurse, I give credit to the coaching, so that's why I asked the question: would you take Spo over Brad Stevens in terms of getting your guys where you need them to be, getting them in the right situations and the right plays? Sometimes little things just matter.
Okay, to your point, I would take Spo. Spo done been there. Spo done been to finals. He didn't coach LeBron, James, D Wade, Chris Bosh. This motherfucker didn't, he done been through the shit. But the NBA is a player-driven league.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't the NFL. If it's the NFL and we talking it's Belichick going against a motherfucker that's comparable to Brad Stevens, I'm going Belichick. But it's a player-driven league. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here's my thing with Brad Stevens. The Celtics is kind of the underdog in this series. Stevens, he coaches better when his team is the underdog. When he had Tatum as a rookie, nobody expected the Celtics to really be that good, right? So then he get Kyrie, and he flops.
Bad idea.
He loves being the underdog. He come from Butler. Nobody expected them to be in a tournament and to get as far as they did. But he's comfortable in that setting.
I think Kyrie was just not a good fit. Point blank, period. I think Kyrie was just not a good fit. I think Kyrie in this setting where he's at in Brooklyn, he fall behind KD because KD is truly the bigger and better offensive player, in my opinion.
He ain't gonna fall behind KD though.
He'd be smart to.
Well, he'd be smart to. But in terms of Brad Stevens' handling of the situation, in terms of
he don't handle superstars like that well.
Yeah. And see, I would again to T's point, at this point of their careers, I would say, okay, if we checking off boxes,
right,
we give the coaching box to Spo.
I agree.
But in terms of talent, I would give the talent box to the Celtics. I would have, especially they done made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and Hayward was out. He finna come back, ain't he?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
They saying he's iffy. He's iffy. They saying maybe game 2, maybe, but it's not a definite. That's what I've seen.
Well, shit, even without that motherfucker, they got 3 cats. That they got 2 motherfuckers in terms of Tatum and Brown, who long.
That he got 2 all-stars.
You talking about in Bam and Jimmy?
Yep.
But to JoJo's point, I love Jimmy, but Jimmy will give you 30 and then give you 10. We just literally saw that.
But he said they'll win with them 10, with the 14. He said 14, but they'll win with it.
That's gonna be you.
Okay, can they win against a team like this? Because when you get to the Eastern Conference Finals or get to the finals, can you have your superstar? Can you have your best player score 10 and win a game?
No, of course not.
No, so that's what I'm saying.
Not. But Jimmy, okay, this I'm gonna say this much, and I'll drop it here. The thing that I appreciate the most is in the moments when it was critical for Jimmy to do what he had to do, he did it last night. He did that.
That's what he do.
True.
You're right.
Okay.
I do that.
Now,
again, I'm with him, but
the other thing is that I look at Boston. This is what I look at Boston. Okay, this is what I see from Boston. Walker is not healthy. He's a shell of himself.
You think so?
Right now, he did things in the moments where you need him to make a bucket, but Kemba's not UConn Kemba. The Kemba we saw drag UConn down through there in the Big East and win a national title. I ain't see that guy. Tatum, he's gonna do what he do. Tatum, I'm not decreasing what Tatum does. I love what Tatum can do. I love what Smart can do. I love what Brown can do. I love them guys.
I ain't even met
My
Smart. That's all
my thing is though that I'm a big believer in depth. And sometimes when you got guys like Iguodala, when you got guys like Harrow, when you got guys like Olynyk, who he'll give you a sneaky little game from here and there. The depth to me, Miami's depth compared to Boston's, is what I think will tilt the series in the Heat's favor. That's me. They just have depth.
Well, I gotta respect that. Gotta respect it. At the end of the day, the Eastern Conference Finals ain't nothing but a goddamn series to see who's gonna lose to the motherfucking Lakers.
Go.
Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.